Hello everyone, this is White Wolf, and we're going to be going live, and we're going to be talking about using our psychic abilities as a way of being of service in a great way, but also changing the narrative and the theme of your reality, but changing how you attract your reality and also how you use the fluctuation of energy. So when you're able to really change and discern what you feel, how you project, how you act, how you react, and how you accumulate the spiritual mass inside of yourself, you're allowing yourself to quantum leap into different states of beings, different states of resonance, different realities, different parallel aspects of your own self, and you're initiating into a state of really charging your personality. You're finding the personality traits that work within the fluctuation of energy, within the allowance of energy, within the flow of energy, and you're actually emoting and projecting your emotions and really understanding what you're trying to project into this awareness. So what you're trying to attract to yourself is the same thing that you're trying to do living inside of your manifestations, wanting to quantum leap into the discernment and the wisdom and the love and the grace and the understanding of wanting more wisdom and balance within yourself. And channeling from your heart's divinity, it means that there's so much to tap into and there's so much to go by. So meaning that a lot of us will go through periods of integration, and a lot of us will have periods where we feel really elevated within our own state of being. So it really means that we are trying to transverse space and time, and that we're bending reality to the way that we want to experience it. So a lot of us are really changing and growing with discernment and wisdom and authority, being able to be an immovable force, which means that you're tapping into omnipresence. So you're tapping into a psychic quantum acceptance, meaning that you're channeling from a much different realm than you presently are, and you're channeling from a realm of not even your own existence, but you're channeling your guide's energy as well. And you're channeling from a density of consciousness that you're not used to. So meaning that the density of consciousness that you're tapping into here and now is the very fact that you are going from fourth density when you're having a self-awareness of yourself into love and understanding. And then you're going from sixth density, which is unity and balance. So a lot of us don't even understand that our energy levels and the levels of ascension and the echelons of ascension and the levels that we're progressing on and channeling through, sometimes we have to balance out the energies by grounding, by elevating our energy, but also having balance and really enjoying your life. So the ability to be of service is the ability to showcase your life by your own divine expression. And when you are emotionally and intuitively understanding your resonance, it means that you will always seek and understand that that is the answer at the end of the day, and that the understanding of really knowing what you want and knowing what you want to generate is the ability to have discernment towards everything that you want to do. So when you're trying to allow in your life, you're trying to drown out all of the noise. It means that when you're channeling, nothing else is there but what you want to generate within your reality. So every time that you channel out the noise and the healthy avoidance of the world, and you're not attached to it and you're not infiltrated by it, you then understand that you are trying to do something that is greater than yourself. So you're looking outside of yourself of what you want to generate and emulate. So every time that you change and shift into a new paradigm, a new reality, a new parallel reality, so it means that every time that you change with your reality, something within your emotional guidance system changes. Something in the way that you manifest changes. Also, the way that you project is much differently. So the reality and what you're changing inside of yourself is wanting to understand what you want to emulate and what you choose to emulate within your experience. So, yeah, I might have to talk to their parents about that. So no interruptions. So meaning that whatever interrupts you, whatever tries to get in front of your reality and what you want to channel within your divinity, means that you're not accepting anything less but what you want to receive in this reality. Meaning that you're wanting to accept the most of what you gain from this human experience and making the most of it. Meaning you're going to make the most of what you experience because you are more present and you're more aware of what you're trying to understand within this creation. So when you're allowing yourself to integrate and receive and expand, sometimes within your own life, you will change and discern what you want to become in this moment. So when you are changing and growing and having complete allowance within your space, you are completely allowing yourself to create from a standpoint that allows more to come into your life. So meaning that the things that seemed a little bit harder or more challenging or more in a space and a resonance that seemed very far-fetched or far away from you seems a lot more easier. So there's a lot more ease, grace, and wisdom that comes with channeling what you want. So having the realization that as you channel, that means that you are only what your higher self desires. You are only the divinity that the omnipresence desires. You are only your purified state of desires and emulation and flow. So every time that you experience this, you see that every time that you have a realization of what you want to create and what you want to attract to yourself is the ability to change the distinction of what the intuition and the resonance guides you and moves you towards. So having that understanding is the ability to change how you feel, but also change how you think, how you perceive, how you activate very quickly. So there's more of an alignment that is very accelerated. So meaning periods of acceleration means that things will start to showcase themselves to you with signs, miracles, and confirmations. So when you allow yourself to do that, you're allowing yourself to really choose exactly what you want, choose your preference, choose your expression, choose what you want to emulate out of yourself. Meaning that you will not make a decision or a choice or a reality that is not in vibrational alignment with what you want to channel and create and generate within your own reality. It means that no matter how hard you try to control or manipulate or force your manifestations, meaning that when we lose control and lose that sense of feeling like we have to point it in the right direction like it's a dog, or we feel like we have to point it over here and it'll make it better if we do all these other things that'll make it better. But ultimately they don't make it better. So it means staying true and staying in your own lane of what you want to channel and generate within your own reality. So the ability to know who you are is the ability to give into the conviction and the faith that you want to become. So understand this, that nobody is perfect, but everybody is divine. Everybody is their own unique energy. Everybody has a reason to be of service and a way to showcase their heart's desires, but also their love. And your dedication to your love and your dedication to your meditation and craft and dedication and respect to your alignment means that you're going to have to channel out everything else and push everything else to the side and be only that. That's the greatest test that we have on the path, is meaning that we have to shuffle everything out so nothing is disrupting our expansion zone. So there can be disruptions, there can be chaos, there can be confusion, there can be crazy stuff happening all around you, but it doesn't mean you have to be a part of that disruption. It doesn't mean you have to give in to that negativity. But we have to take the shape and the form of becoming that shapeshifter of creation if we really want to psychically quantum leap. So you don't have to feel as if you are a person having a spiritual experience, but you are a non-physical being connecting to your physical being having a spiritual experience. So it just means that every time that you create and generate, you're allowing yourself to initiate different states of consciousness. Meaning that every time that you are creating, and generating within your reality, you'll start to see that it will be very vast and it will be very quick. That means that things are being moved out of the way. It means that you're subtracting out of your life so that you're generating the different causes and effects within your creation. So as you're changing the choices, as you are changing the causes and effects within your life, and as you are changing the way that you feel, you think, you perceive, and you generate and project, that means that the channel of your intuition is coming to fruition. So a lot of the times we can feel like we've done so much work and feel like there's such less gain. But the very fact that we are working towards something that's building and generating within our own realities, and that it has been all for a transcendent reason, because it allows us to be led by transcendent reason. So every time that you generate within your own reality and that you see that nothing can change what you're supposed to experience in this reality. So just because limitations present themselves doesn't mean that they're limitations. Just because there's expectations of ourselves doesn't mean we have to meet those expectations. Just because there are examples of lack doesn't mean we are those things. It just means that those are presented to see how we're going to react and to receive within our own reality. So the ability to heal is the ability to transform. The ability to transform is to completely be in your resonance and be guided by the meditative state that is generated out of you. So the ability to understand is the ability to know that you don't have to know everything all at once. But you will know everything as it comes to you, as it is shown to you, as it is revealed to you. The spiritual awakening is a revelation. It is a mass revelation of awakening to your divine essence, awakening to your divine example, and awakening to your divine coordinates. So when we're operating from that non-physical realm, our angelic beings, our dragons, our fairies, and tree people, they don't operate at that state of being that we operate emotionally, but they manifest much easier is because they're not tied to the physical focus, because they're omnipresent, because they're simultaneous in their own nature. Because of the very fact that they are simultaneous means that they are having the realization of knowing that we need to detach from the physical focus, but also maintaining a rational way to really think and perceive. So we're blending the physical and the non-physical. And as we are doing that, then we see that every time that we are blending the mind and the body and the spirit, then we're actually accessing the soul. So meaning that there is a coherence, but it's not so far above you that it's not in a grounded form. It means that you're grounded, but also it doesn't mean that you completely forget what you are, who you are, what you want to generate within your reality. So every time that you generate within your own reality, you are creating something that is divine. You're creating something that is of your preference, of what you want to express out of yourself. So it's kind of a rude awakening, but it's not rude, and it's not crude, and it's not graceful, but it's actually the most graceful path to take, because it shows how much you can change within your own reality, within your own scope of energy, within what you want to create and generate within everything that you want to do. So it's not about how you do it, but it's manifesting in your own way. It's using your psychic intuition in your own way. And it's demonstrating your service in the way that you demonstrate service, and knowing what your path and what you want it to be by your own design. So if you see it for that reason, if you see it for that essence and that understanding, then you will ultimately attract everything that you want to attract. So every time that you integrate, every time that you let go of something, every time that you're delivered from something, it just means that you're accessing something deeper something sacred, and seeing yourself as a temple of God, seeing yourself as a temple of holiness, a house, a body of water. So sometimes we need the vision. Sometimes we need the intention and the idea, and that can be the very thing that drives something more than what we're expecting. So sometimes we want to generate this, like we want to have clients, we want to do these things with our retreats, we want to do these things with our readings and stuff like that. And sometimes it turns into something completely different than what you're manifesting, but that might have been what you needed at that time. So sometimes it's not always feeling like, oh, I'm supposed to have gratitude when this thing happens, but it's having gratitude as everything is happening, even if it's not something of your choosing, or it's something that you just have to adapt to very quickly. So it's the very thing that sometimes reality is kind of playing a game with us. But it's not playing a game in a most like ungraceful way, but it's playing a game with us in terms of a challenge, in terms of intuition, in terms of knowledge, and seeing how we are going to react. And I've been reflecting that all week, and I haven't enjoyed it at all. So it's the ability to live. It's the ability to love, it's the ability to laugh, and it's the ability to just be in the present moment, and generate from that standpoint. And generate from that standpoint because you're being honest with yourself. But also, don't be against oneself. Don't be against who you are. Even if everything else in your reality is against you, doesn't mean that reality is against you. So it means that it's absolutely for you when you're going through the periods of reception and emulation and acceptance and becoming more powerful and more equipped to what you're doing. So you're becoming more empowered, more equipped, and more in alignment with what you want to generate within your reality. So every time that you just quantumly accept your psychic intuition, it means that you'll just have to act and adapt and mold and morph into what you're experiencing. So whatever you experience, whatever you generate within your reality, doesn't mean that you are not doing the right thing. God doesn't go by what is right or wrong. There's not a justification to what you can create and what you can do and what you can emulate. And there's no limitation to the infinite realm of possibilities because they're always parallel with themselves. They're always parallel with all realities. And they're coalescing inside of one before we even experience them. So just because we're at a certain point, just because we're at a certain mode or extension or energy, doesn't mean that you have to be in a state where you react to the chaos of the world, or even children doing what they're doing. Even though I might even go talk to their parents even, but do it in a respectful way. But just because that's going on in your life doesn't mean you have to react to it. But the world, your inner world, has to change with your outer world. And sometimes it's the ability to change with your outer world and to change with your inner world so that it generates a new state of reality. And that's the only way. That's the Infinity 8 symbol, that's the twin heart, that's the ability to actually flow with your energy, with your alignment, with your consciousness, and everything that you want to generate within your life. And there's nothing good or bad. There's nothing really positive or negative. It's just light or dark. And it's just the distinction of what you want to immerse yourself in. So we're going to do some healing energy, guys. I hope everyone is doing well. So if you want to take part in this psychic quantum acceptance healing, feel free to do so. This is White Wolf. And also, guys, I have private sessions. I'm going to add on to my private session special. So it's going to be $50 for an hour, and then $100 for an hour and 30 minutes, and 2 hours for $150. So I wanted to extend my private session special and connect with you guys. And also I'm going to be going live at 10 or 11 p.m. Eastern and doing what I do. So thank you guys so much. And we're going to do some healing energy. So I hope everyone is doing well as you're coming into the live feed. We're going to ascend 500 levels, and we're going to emulate all 12 dimensions. And we're going to ascend to 6th density nature of consciousness, which is unity and balance, and integrate into next universe. Connect with your higher self, and activate all of your chakras, and receive emotional healing from Jesus. The black dragon from Saturn and the alpha dragon is helping us with the light and dark energies. Breathe and receive these energies. And tap into the Infinity 8 symbol. Allow yourself to connect fully to the mind and the body and the spirit, developing the twin heart. Activate your energetic signature, your aura, and frequency codes and downloads from the galactic races, the Andromedans, the Arcturians, and the Palladians. And we're going to do the Kundalini energy and tap into the Black Panther's energy for purification, for removing blockages, healing past lifetime progressions, resetting karmic imbalances, and also discernment and wisdom and love and balance. We're going to have a violet flame come through, helping us with purification. And if you're having trouble seeing your past lifetimes, we're going to be creating the Akashic record for you. And really activating your psychic abilities. So as you're activating your psychic abilities, tap into clairaudience, clairsentience, clairvoyancy, and really connect. And transmute the negative energies, anger, fear, depression, and anxiety, and allow yourself to manifest your parallel realities. Tap into the relaxation, tap into the effortless perfection of psychic quantum acceptance, tap into your psychic atomic energy. And release and tap in. becoming the sensations of God, the vibration of God, the emulation of Source. We're going to have light language activation, codes, frequency downloads, reprogramming the DNA for more vitality, for more health, wealth, and prosperity. And as this transmission is coming to a close, allow yourself to breathe and receive and integrate all of these energies. Breathe. Exhale. And when I sound my fingers, you'll come back to. You'll have a greater sense of clarity. You will know who you are, and you'll become the Oracle of Love, Light, and Wisdom. So that was the healing energy for today, guys. Thank you guys so much for stopping by on this live. I also have private session specials for $50 for an hour, and $100 for an hour and 30 minutes, and an hour and 50 minutes for 2 hours. So if you guys want to take that on, I'm also going to be going live around 10 or 11 p.m. Eastern doing readings, healings, activations. So just remember who you are, just accept who you are, and accept that this is your life and what's supposed to mean. So just understand that the discernment and the wisdom and the elevation of energy sometimes comes with a lot of dedication, it comes with a lot of loss, it comes with a lot of separation. So if you do feel introverted and isolated, just know that that won't always be forever, but it will be something that you want to generate and to build within your own creation. So thank you guys so much. This is White Wolf, and it's always an honor and a pleasure to do what I do and to be of service to you in any way that I can. So just stay true to the path, stay true to your alignment, and just be awesome, be glorious. So thank you guys, God bless, namaste. This is White Wolf signing off, and so it is.